An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
What the hell?
Somebody else must have opened one of the AB rooms.
Why would they do that? Whatever, we should be heading back anyway. I headed for the door.
Wait!
Clover's voice stopped me. What is it? I turned to see her pointing towards the wall with the treatment pods.
The screen, it changed.
What?
The screen on the pod's monitor thingy.
Oh yeah. It says, recent optional records. I stepped closer and began to read. What it said was, interesting. Currently treating one subject.
I think it's saying that about 8 hours ago, somebody in this pod woke up from cold sleep. Well, 3 people, actually. 1 for each pod. They all say the same thing, see?
That's before we all woke up, huh? I mean, it has to be 8 hours. It hasn't been 8 hours yet.
Yeah.
So 3 pods could be the 3 of us? They could have been captured earlier, don't know how much earlier. Then they were thawed out 8 hours ago and carried into an AB room.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. I really don't think there'd be anyone else in here besides the 9 of us. Well, I guess it's actually the 10 of us, huh?
Yeah. If you count the old woman we found, then it would be 10, wouldn't it? So who are the 3 pod people?
Don't ask me. How am I supposed to know that? All it says is subject. A, that's creepy. B, it doesn't tell us anything about who they might have been.
It doesn't say when they were put into cold sleep either.
And this bit, where it says, all prior records have been erased. Authorization admin. That seems pretty suspicious to me.
I wonder why they wouldn't just write the time, though.
What?
Well, you said it yourself. The log says 8 hours ago. It's not like it's 9:15 a.m. Those minus signs mean thus far past. Whoever wrote the time like that.
Yeah, that is weird.
Maybe Zero Senior doesn't want us to know what the actual time is.
Why not?
Hell if I know. Speaking of things I don't know, why did the stuff suddenly show up? It seems like whatever was triggered, this activates as soon as we open the door to leave.
Wouldn't that mean Zero Senior set it up to work that way?
Yeah, but why? That's why I'm asking. The reason wouldn't have been to do that.
Maybe he wanted us to see the records.
Perhaps, but he deleted a bunch of the data. Why?
Could it all be a trick?
A trick?
All of these records are fake. Zero Senior just set it up to mess with us.
So, you're saying this was just a joke?
Well, I can't say for sure, but it seems possible. Right?
No. It doesn't make sense.
Well, let's ask somebody else. Maybe they can think of something.
Yeah, you're right. Abby gets up and we need to head back to the warehouse anyway.
Yeah, and we need to tell everyone what happened with Quark.
We double-checked that Quark was alright in his pod and then hurried out of the treatment center. Is this another warehouse?
It looks just like the other one. Hey, could you show me that map? Yeah, I thought so. This one is right under the floor A warehouse.
So it is.
Oh, are those?
Those doors are white.
And there are 3 of them.
Okay, let's go take a closer look.
I knew it. These are chromatic doors. See? They've got a little box right next to them, just like the others.
So these are the 3rd round chromatic doors, huh? I guess we'll be coming back here pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, we might not have to.
What do you mean?
We both have 6 BP right now.
Yeah, that's true. So,
We're a pair, right?
yeah,
And who's our opponent?
Quark.
Exactly. But he's in the pod right now, so...
If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
You aren't saying we pick Betray, are you?
Weren't you planning to? I thought that was why you were okay with option C when we were making the groups.
No, that's not. I just thought that with Quark's condition, it'd be better to choose... We'd be able to choose Ally, not to get betrayed.
Oh, come on. You don't need to lie to me. We're partners. That means we share the same destiny. So let's not hide anything from each other, okay?
I'm not hiding anything.
Wait, you're serious? You were really going to pick Ally? Whoa, hold on a second there. We might not get another chance like this. Let's say we ally and get up to 8 points. We don't know if we'll be able to get any points next round. For all we know, there might not even be a next round. There are 3 other people with 6 BP, right? Dio, Kay, and Phi. What do you think's going to happen if one of them gets 9 points this round?
That's not gonna happen.
Why not?
Luna and Phi play against Tenmyoji. He's only got 1 BP left, though I don't really think they'd pick Betray. If Tenmyoji picks Ally, they'd kill him. Same goes for Dio. He's playing against Alice and Kay's BP.
No! Don't even think about that!
I agree. But her BP is the same as Tenmyoji's. Unless Dio is willing to kill someone, he won't be able to get his BP to 9.
Then Alice has to vote Betray.
Yep. That's generally the best defensive
But
choice.
if Dio chooses Ally,
Then,
Kay would have 9 BP.
yep.
Jeez. Well, it's just like I said then. If Kay gets 9 BP, then there won't be a 3rd AB game.
Well, that's not necessarily the case.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
No. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on!
So you think that Kay will stay here, even if he gets enough points to leave?
I don't know, but it's possible.
No, it's not.
Well, we can't think about how we're going to get the vote later. For now, we need to get back to the others. There's a couple things I've got to do, well, when we get back.
Fine.
Okay, back to floor A then. Let's move. I turned my head and headed for the exit. After a few moments, I heard Clover's footsteps begin following behind me.
Clover. Oh, thank goodness you're back.
Yep.
Are we the last ones?
Yes.
Hey, where's Quark?
Tenryu's expression was furious, and from the way he stomped towards me, I felt like I only had a few seconds before I was going on the ground with his hands around my neck. I explained what had happened with Quark and the pods as quickly as I could.
So are these pod things really safe?
Probably.
Probably?
No, they're definitely safe. He's fine.
Well, are they safe or aren't they? Look, I'm just worried about him, alright? Can you take me to this treatment center, Clover? Don't worry. We've still got 20 minutes left. Plenty of time to go have a look and come back.
Okay. Come on then.
As soon as she finished, she was off. Tenryuji followed at her heels, but at the blink of an eye they were gone, and out the magenta door. Alright, you guys, you got some explaining to do.
I beg your pardon?
You opened the AB gates before Clover and I got back, didn't you? I want to know why the hell you'd go and do something like that.
Sigma, take a look.
She spoke. As she spoke, Phi gestured towards the line of AB rooms. There was only one open.
It's not like we opened them all up.
So you're saying there's only one person or one pair that jumped the gun here?
Yes.
Well, who was it?
I opened it.
So it was you. Figured as much.
It's not really a big deal, okay? I mean, you came right back.
Yes, Dio. Yes, it is a big deal.
Why? If you hadn't made it back by the deadline, you'd have just defaulted to ally.
No, not just. Are you telling me you didn't know? Didn't you find one of these notes?
What?
We found this in the treatment center.
There was no such thing in the pressure exchange chamber.
I didn't see one in the pantry either.
Huh? Well, whatever. One sec. You should really probably read this though.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not a option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote.
You get it now? If we hadn't gotten back in time, Clover, Quark, and I could have died. And you just...
Alright, I get it. Sorry. Cut me some slack though, man. I didn't know.
So, you wouldn't have opened the gate if you did?
Of course I wouldn't have. What the hell, bro?
You said the room you went into was a treatment center, right?
Yeah.
If they treat people there, I'd think they'd have shelves of medicine and stuff. Did you find any Excelavir?
No. It's not really the kind of place. It just had those pods, and that was it. Besides, if we'd found anything to cure Radical 6, we would have had to put Cork into the pod.
I see. Can the pod cure Radical 6?
No, unfortunately.
How do you know that?
Oh. Well, it said on the screen next to the pod. Something about how it could provide relief from the symptoms, but it couldn't actually cure the disease. That's better than nothing, though. Oh, right. There's one more thing about the pods I should tell you about. As I quickly explained what was on the record, he said about the pods, about the occupants and the cold sleep.
Cold sleep?
Are you suggesting that 3 of us were, until recently, cryogenically frozen?
If you can trust what we read, yeah.
Which of us are the pod people, then?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It didn't say who or where, or even when they were frozen.
So this cold sleep, that means they basically froze the body solid, right? Not like how a bear or something hibernates where it just slows way down.
Yeah, I think so.
So what would happen to the heart?
What?
Wouldn't it stop when you were put into a cold sleep?
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
Oh! So if we go into a cold sleep, our bracelets would come off.
And then we can just defrost ourselves right away.
You said there were 3 pods, right?
We'd only need to do it 3 times for the 9 of us.
Uh-huh.
I imagine that will work for you, but perhaps not so much for me.
That armor.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll figure something out. We should go have a look at any rate. We'll be able to come up with a plan once we know more.
Of course.
What? What do you mean the cold sleep function doesn't work?
I'm sorry.
You don't have anything to apologize for, Luna. Zero Senior must have just locked it down.
But when Clover and I were here, it worked.
Yeah, I remember checking it.
Then that bastard set this up. Oh, that's low.
It is not pleasant, but consider this. We have seen how thorough Zero is. Would he really have left such an obvious loophole?
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. If Zero Jr. heard me, he could have shut it off.
Whatever the case, it is an unfortunate outcome.
Unfortunate? Really? You sure? Aren't you just a little bit relieved? After all, we were gonna get our bracelets off while you were stuck with yours.
How could you say that? I would never be so petty as...
Before Kay could finish, the announcer's voice echoed through the facility.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Time's running out. We should get back, guys.
I'm staying here. I can't leave Quark.
Are you nuts, old man? You're a solo. Luna and Phi could kill you.
Yeah, I know. I've only got 1 BP.
Exactly. If you don't vote, you'll default to ally. All they have to do is pick Betray.
We won't. You staying here won't change our vote.
Right. We always intended to choose ally. Tenmyoji staying here is just another reason for us to stick to that plan.
Luna has the same number of BP as you, Tenmyoji. Normally the safe plan would be to choose Betray. Since you will be unable to betray them, then Phi and Luna can choose to ally without worrying about their own points.
Yes.
Well, there you go. I trust Phi and Luna. I'm sure they'll choose ally.
Sounds good. Okay then, Tenmyoji. Take care of Quark.
You think I need you to tell me that? I won't take my eyes off him for a minute.
Come on. We don't have much time left. We need to go.
Alright. Back at floor A warehouse, we open the AV rooms.
Four minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Alright, Clover. We should probably head into.
Okay.
Alright, back on the bottom screen. We do it.
Sigma, do you remember what I said back in the other warehouse?
Yeah. You told me we should betray Quark, and we might not be able to get another chance like this, right?
Yeah. Can I, take that back?
Hmm?
I changed my mind a little bit after talking to Tenmyoji. I think we should choose ally.
Hey, that's more than just a little bit. That's like somebody trading a Shih Tzu for a German Shepherd. Well, what the hell happened with you two? Did he say something to you?
I can't tell you.
What? Why?
I just can't. You'd laugh if I did anyway.
I won't laugh.
Really?
Promise.
Well, I still can't tell you.
Hey, come on.
I promised. I told Tenmyoji I wouldn't tell anybody.
Alright, fine. I'm gonna ask about it again. But Tenmyoji doesn't really have anything to do with this, right? Or our opponent, Quark.
No, he does matter. Quark is really important to Tenmyoji. If we betray Quark, we're betraying Tenmyoji. Come on, don't you remember? When we were going into the red, blue, and green doors, Tenmyoji said something.
I didn't say there wasn't anyone I trusted. There's one person. Clover. Just know that you'll keep him safe.
I can't betray somebody who'd say that about me.
You seem pretty ready to betray him back on 4B.
That's because I didn't know who he was.
Oh, so you're saying you know who Tenmyoji really is?
Well, if what he told me was true, yeah.
One minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Please, choose ally.
You aren't going to try and vote yourself?
If I try, you'll just throw me off, right? I don't think I'm strong enough to fight you. So...
Alright. Well, then I turned and faced the voting machine. The question was, what do I do? Ally or betray? Just as Clover had said, betraying Quark would be like betraying Tenmyoji. That wasn't even talking to consider that Quark was just a kid. And he was infected with a deadly disease that would almost certainly kill him if we didn't do something. How could I betray someone like that? Only a monster would take advantage of a helpless child for their own gain. On the other hand, Clover had said in the warehouse and 4B was true. It was unlike a chance I'd get again. If I choose betray, then I would have 9 BP. I'd be able to escape this godforsaken hellhole.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
So, what would my choice be? What would I do? Ally or betray? I choose...
3, 2, 1.